In a quiet corner of the village stood an old banyan tree. Every evening, an elderly man, around 70 years old, would sit beneath its broad branches. He was well loved by the villagers, not only for his kind heart but for the stories he told. These stories were full of wisdom, and the people would listen to him carefully, feeling every word he said. One day, a small boy came to live in the village. The villagers called him Tiny. He was only 10 years old and had lost both his parents. A kind family in the village took him in, but no matter how much they cared for him, Tiny always felt a deep emptiness inside. Tiny often sat next to the old man under the banyan tree, listening quietly as he shared his stories. There was something in those stories that gave the boy comfort, something that made him feel less alone. The old man, too, started to see himself in the boy. He saw the loneliness, the pain, and soon began to love the boy like his own child. One evening, as the two sat in silence, the old man suddenly said, "Do you know, my boy, there's a treasure hidden beneath this tree." Tiny's eyes lit up. "A treasure? Where is it, elder? Can I find it?" The old man smiled, his eyes soft. "In time, my child, in time. When your heart is ready, and when you understand what really matters, the treasure will come to you." The boy was puzzled but trusted the old man's words. Days turned into weeks, and Tiny kept listening to the old man's stories, feeling himself grow wiser with each one. But then, one day, a terrible storm swept through the village. Trees were torn from the ground, houses were damaged, and people were scared. The storm was fierce, and in its fury, even the mighty banyan tree could not withstand the wind. It crashed to the ground, its roots exposed, shaking the earth with its fall. The old man, who had always sat beneath its shade, passed away in that same storm. Tiny was heartbroken. He had lost the tree he loved and the man who had been like a guide to him. Yet, even in his sadness, Tiny remembered the words the old man had said about the treasure. After the storm, the villagers began to clear the wreckage. As they worked to clear the roots of the fallen banyan tree, Tiny noticed something shining beneath the ground. His heart skipped a beat. He rushed over and dug it out, a small old box. With trembling hands, he opened it. Inside, he found old coins, some jewelry, and a letter. The letter, written in the old man's handwriting, said, "My dear Tiny, this treasure is for you. But remember, the real treasure is not in this box. It is in your heart, love, kindness, and the truth you hold inside. That is worth more than any gold." Tears filled Tiny's eyes. He understood now what the old man had meant. With a heavy heart but a clearer mind, he shared the coins and jewelry with the villagers. He used part of the treasure to build a small school in the old man's memory. As the years passed, Tiny became a teacher, sharing the old man's stories with other children, just as they had been shared with him. The bond between Tiny and the old man became a beautiful memory for the village, a reminder that the true treasures in life are love and kindness. This story touched everyone in the village. It showed them that the most important things in life are the connections we make, the love we share, and the kindness we show.